Today we're going to talk about the different departments that you need to have in your business. My name is Michael Barayev. I was able to build a team of 150 plus sales guys. We did that in less than 2.5 years with zero money invested. And now we have a solar company that's growing like coast to coast, like butter on toast. If you're looking for a sales job, do us a favor and DM us on Instagram or TikTok or whatever, and we'll see if you qualify to work with us. So when I was building my businesses, I always wanted to know, like, what is a business? What does it comprise of? What are the different departments like that make a business become effective and efficient to grow and scale, right? And what I realized at a very early stage is that, in the beginning as a CEO, quote unquote, or the owner, you're pretty much wearing multiple hats, right? You're doing the sales, you're doing the marketing, you're doing this, you're doing that, you're doing pretty much everything. Like I remember my first 9 months of business, I was literally doing everything with an assistant. Like it was just crazy. I was doing the financing, I was doing the marketing, I was doing the sales. Like I would start at 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the morning, and then work till 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night, go to the gym, go to sleep at 12, and do the same thing like 6-7 days a week. Okay? It was crazy. But that's how I started my business, right? That's how I had to do it. I had to motivate the team. I had to motivate the sales guys, right? Because sales guys, they're independent contractors, they were making commissions. So it was very difficult, right? It was very challenging. But what I realized is that when you have departments and you have people to run those departments, your life becomes 10 times easier. Okay, so let me just kind of talk to you about some of the different departments that are in our business, right? So number one, you have sales. Okay? Now in the sales, obviously, what you're literally looking to do is basically bring revenue to the business. This is where all the money comes from. Okay? Without a sales department, listen, I don't know how you do it, it's not gonna happen. Like you need sales. You need to have revenue coming in. Now you can have, door to door, you can have business to business, you can have a bunch of different phone model, you could do, outside lead generation, whatever it is, but you need to have sales, okay? How you get those sales is through marketing. Now with marketing, you're doing either digital marketing, you're doing paper marketing, you're doing online, whatever it is, you're figuring out ways to brand and market your business. Okay? That's how you get attention, because money follows attention. When you get the attention, you need someone that's skilled to close that deal, because the curiosity of the customer pops in like, oh wow, I like this product, I like this service, but you need to have ruthless sales guys to be able to get those guys from like curious and interested to saying, yes, I want the product. Okay? Then you have what? In our business, we have HR. Okay? Now the HR, what they do is they fill in, which is the recruiting. They fill in. Now, when I say HR, I'm not thinking about the regular corporate America HR, but human resources to me is bringing in human bodies, salespeople, because salespeople bring us business. Salespeople hunt for customers. So the HR team funnels the sales team, right? Because how do you build a sales team? You need people, okay? So it's very important to have that, okay? Then you may have a IT team, okay? In my situation, I have a IT guy that works for me. He takes care of all the CRM stuff, all the issues, all the stuff, all this and this and that, right? They take care of anything to do with computers, the networks, the connectivity issues. You have problems, you go to the IT guy. Okay? The phones are not working, whatever. All right? Then you have finance. That's the money guy. Okay? That's the guy who handles all the money. You can have a controller, you can have an accountant, you can have a payroll specialist. Anything to do with finance is pretty much there, right? They have access to the bank accounts, the credit cards, to make sure the payments are on time. They do accounts receivables, which is basically when you're basically receiving money from customers. You have accounts payables where you have to, pay out certain stuff, right? So you have all those things. Then you have what? You have business intelligence. Okay? I'm just talking about what we have in our company. You have business intelligence. Now, what is business intelligence? We have a specialist, an analyst, that literally gathers data from all the different departments and creates reports. Reporting on how many appointment setters create appointments throughout the day. What's the best day to set appointments? Statistics on this, statistics on sales reps, statistics on, blah, blah, blah. Whatever you need, business intelligence. This has everything to do with what? Data. Data, data, data. And a lot of companies are not willing to invest in business intelligence, what I've seen. Especially the earlier days. It's very important to have a business analyst. Pay them 40, 50 grand a year. You can find them in Pakistan, in Philippines. You can find them overseas and pay them way less, but they'll get the job done for you. Like it's really amazing because they'll give you all the data you need to make decisions on your business. Because remember, who runs all of this at the end of the day? The CEO has different leaders running all those things. A CFO may run the financing, right? Right? You may have a CTO, Chief Technology Officer, running all the IT stuff, right? So you need to understand that the CEO is pretty much in charge of all the C-level executives running that company in the right direction, okay? Now for us, we also have operations, the big one for us, that has everything to do from taking a customer that the sales guys bring in through marketing, right? The marketing is the door-to-door guys that are setting those appointments, cold calling, lead generation, whatever, giving it to the sales guys. They close those deals, and then once it gets closed, we gotta, operate the fucking business. Sorry for my language, right? But we have the operations teams that operates the business, okay? So you have ops, and in ops, oh my God, there's a lot of things, right? We have customer service. We have, utility specialists. We have permitting specialists. We have installation specialists. We have yada, 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 yada. All these different people, what they do is they focus on the operations of the business. It's very important to have operations intact because remember, if operations is not doing very well, what will end up happening, you have a bottleneck from sales. And now customers aren't happy. And when customers aren't happy, they give you bad reviews. If customers aren't happy, you get less referrals. So it's a revolving door cycle and your business starts crashing. So remember, every business is different. It may have different departments, but these are kind of like the main ones that we have in our business. Now for us, we also have an education department, okay? Now the education department is the team, the leaders, right, the visionaries, so to say, that are in charge of all the sales guys. And their job is to educate and lead those salespeople. And the reason why I put it separate is because sales guys bring in sales, but leadership and education is a completely different ballgame. How do you invest into other people? Like, what is the training cycle? Do you have a course for your guys? All that is done through the educational department. So now, as you can see in our business, there's a lot of moving pieces. Do you think one guy like me can handle that? No, it's impossible, right? You need to have teams. Like I have someone that runs all of our operations. She's amazing at what she does, right? And as she grows within the company, as more responsibilities happen, she'll get paid even more and more. And eventually, maybe if she has a skill set, she'll be the COO, the Chief Operating Officer, right? Once we hit the 50, 100, $150 million mark, right? So that's how it happens. Now, with business intelligence, same thing. A lot of people say, I don't need data, I just want to make money. Listen, I'm preparing for that $50 million business. I'm preparing for that $200 million business. I'm preparing for that $300 million business because you need to have the intelligence and the data to know what you need to do with your business. So my question to you is simple. There's a lot of different departments that are, composed in your business. What are your departments? Write them down. And what you need to do is say, okay, what do I need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What are some things that I need this person to implement so I can save myself the time so that I'm not running around like a chicken with no head, right? So as a salesperson, you're like, listen, if you're making sales as a CEO, big problem. Big problem. You should not be making sales as a CEO. Here and there, you want to make it? Fine. But you need to have a way to have a sales team. So how do you find those sales team? I need to find a leader to manage those salespeople, right? Yada, yada, yada. Put your 5 things that you need to implement in each department. And from there, what I would recommend you to do is go find people that are super successful in that specific field and ask them, what do you do on a daily basis? What are your responsibilities? What are your job roles? And study those roles so you can have a basic understanding of what needs to happen. Because as a CEO, I know exactly how to do all these things. The only difference is that I don't do them. I know enough about it, but I have specialists running those departments, right? And by the way, last one I forgot is we have legal, right? Now, legal, you don't have to really have in the department. A lot of times you outsource it to a lawyer. Like me personally, I have the most ruthless lawyers out there. Like I got a friend of mine, like there's a big company, he sues big companies. Like he's a ruthless animal. And I have it on speed dial. If anything happens, boom, I call him, boom, he's gonna attack. And you need to have those relationships, right? It's very important, okay? So I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Do me a favor, if you like this kind of content, subscribe down below, like and comment on the video, and we'll see you guys at 100,000 subscribers because we want to impact the entrepreneur community. Love you guys. See you guys in the next video.